Broadcasting around the world on the World Wide Web.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh yeah. Broadcasting live from the Josie Network studios in downtown Medina, Tennessee. It's that time of week again. It's time for the Josie Show. Bringing you the most exciting music news and guests from around the world. Right here on the Josie Show. Please make welcome the beautiful, the talented, the lovely, America's radio sweetheart, Mrs. Josie Asantino Boone.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Josie Show. I have such great interviews here, back to back for all of you. Two special guests. You know Makenzie Phipps from The Voice, and you've seen Jet Jurgensmeyer on Fox's hit comedy Last Man Standing, and they both will be joining me today. So I'm really looking forward to both of these interviews, sharing these wonderful talents with you all here today, talk about all of their latest and greatest. So let's get right into it. Let's bring on up first, Makenzie Phipps.
Hello. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me. So we have to chat about your EP, Pick Your Poison. For those who haven't heard it yet, can you tell us a little bit about what listeners can expect with this EP?
Yes, I have been so excited to launch this EP. It has all of my fan favorite drinking songs on it, such as Pick Your Poison, Pink Whitney, You Bring the Beer, I'll Bring the Noise, and Love Me Sober. And there is also an added bonus, which is a new song called Whiskey Kills the Time. And I have just been so excited to share this with everybody and hear everybody's thoughts.
Yes, and this is actually your debut EP, I read. Is that correct?
Yes, this is the first ever EP that I have had out.
That's amazing. Oh, I'm so excited. You featured a song from this EP titled Whiskey Kills the Time. Can you tell us about the inspiration and your thoughts when writing this one?
Yes. So this was actually a co-write that I did with my husband, Shane Begley. He had actually written the song a few years back, and he had showed it to me, and I actually wrote the bridge on the song, and it came together perfectly. I had went into the studio. This was going on, a little after COVID. It's probably about 2021 or 2022 that this song was recorded. And I just loved everything about the song. He did a fantastic job on writing it. And it's just for all of those whiskey drinkers out there that just like to kill the time with whiskey. And so it's been on the back burner for quite some time, but I've just been so ecstatic to finally put it out there for everybody to finally listen to.
Yes. Oh, and any thoughts maybe like on a music video for this one at all?
I definitely have some ideas. I even think, considering this is like a low-key country ballad almost, that it would be just pretty cool to just have like an acoustic version of it, just very raw and simple, because I feel like those are some of the best videos.
Oh, I agree. Oh, that'd be awesome. Yes, absolutely. And of course, everyone can find the EP everywhere you find your music, Spotify, everywhere. So please make sure you check it out. Check out the EP. Check out Whiskey Kills the Time. I have to talk about The Voice because you were incredible.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. We had a wonderful time watching you on there. You were awesome. So you were Team Snoop Dogg. So now, what made you initially want to audition?
Well, you know what? For quite some time, I had actually auditioned for the show. I started really taking on music in a more serious manner when I was about 14. And so I had auditioned previously different ways, submitting videos, doing open call auditions. And I, of course, was rejected, and I feel that I was rejected for a reason, because I feel the Lord felt it was not what I needed to do at that time in my life, because I was so young, still didn't know exactly what I wanted to do as far as who I wanted to be through my music, and I had yet to decide, what genre fit me, what songs I like to do, songwriting, that kind of thing. And so I kind of put it to the side and just did me for a while, and then one day it just popped up one day on my news feed, and I was like, what do I got to lose? I think it'd be cool just to submit. So I ended up sending in a video. The executives called and said they would like to meet with me and continue the audition process. So I went and performed for them and went through everything else along with the ride of the audition process. And finally, they had told me that I would be going out to California for the blind audition process. And so that was just insane. And to have even been picked among so many people that audition every single year is a blessing in itself. But to have been given the opportunity to audition and to have made a team was just the cherry on top.
Absolutely. You know, what was that experience like? Because, you know, not a lot of people get that experience. And, you know, for me, I'm thinking, you know, is it nerve wracking? I mean, I would be shaking in my boots.
Oh my gosh.
Tell us a little bit about what that was like for
Oh
you.
my gosh. Yeah. So a lot of people, you know, we all become very close out there. I mean, it really is just a building of friendships together because you're out there for a long period of time just preparing for the audition. You know, we were out there for a month before we even auditioned. So we got to know each other. We got to do collaborations, work with one another. I even had one of my very first like co-writes outside of Shane out in Los Angeles with a friend of mine that I met on the show. And so being a part of the show was insane, but it was 1000% nerve wracking only because everybody agreed that my spot was like the most difficult because I was the very last person picked. So I closed the entire season 28 blind audition.
Right.
And I was just backstage and I really didn't think I was even going to get to go. Like I thought Bullfrog, which was the person before me, was going to close the whole thing. So when he didn't, I was just in a state of panic because I already mentally told myself, like, it is what it is. You're not going to get to go. You know, you're just going to have to deal with it. And then for them to be like, okay, we're throwing you in hair and makeup and you got to go out. And I'm just like, so I was in a state of panic. And you know, I stood behind that door before the stage and I just talked to God and I just said, you know, I need you to use me as a vessel because I'm really panicked right now and I just need to do the best I can. And thankfully he was with me the whole time on stage and it worked out for Snoop to turn at the very last second.
Oh, that's just crazy. I mean, in such a stressful, high stakes kind of moment, how you were able to kind of pull it together and do that audition is beyond me because you sounded
Me
great.
too, girl.
You're
Me
wonderful.
too.
Yes, I'm looking back at it now. You're probably like, how did I do that? But you did the thing. What was it like being on Snoop Dogg's team? Because what I like about him is he, even after the show, I noticed he's so supportive to a lot of the contestants who, you know, were on his team. What is that like working with him? Because he seems like the coolest. Yeah.
He was awesome. I mean, what you see online is like what you get. I mean, he truly is so down to earth. He's so humble. He's a very giving person, a very kind person. You know, there's a lot of people out there that are big in the industry and they've got so much on their plate that they may not be able to, you know, remember you, or they may not be able to remember your name or that kind of stuff. But I mean, it just meant the world to me that he even knew who I was. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's so much going on the show. And I mean, there's 12 of us. So you have to remember 12 people's names and everything like that. And so for him to have just known like who I was just insane. And I mean, even outside of my time off the show when I had finished in the battle round, I mean, he sent all different kinds of stuff. He sent ice cream, wine, gin, a cookbook. He sent so many different things, clothes. Wow. I mean, it was just insane. And also for him to have given those of us who had been eliminated thus far on the show to go perform for the halftime show at the Steelers-Chargers game was just insane. My first ever NFL game that I went to, I performed at. So I think that's pretty incredible.
That is pretty darn incredible. I love that. That is so cool. And I'm so glad that you continue to have, great experiences, even when you weren't on the show. But I think it's such a great platform for people to at least know who you are, make fans that maybe you wouldn't have made before. You've had some really neat experiences, like you're honored with Key to the Town, I seen, Outstanding Citizen Award. There's Makenzie Phipps Day now, in Bluefield, Virginia. What was that experience like for you? That is just so amazing. Congratulations. What an honor.
Thank you so much. I was so appreciative of my hometown for doing that because they did not have to do any of that. It was a beautiful ceremony and I had so many people come out to support, and to just be given this recognition from my hometown means the world to me because I've always been given support from them from a very long time. And, you know, they've always known me as the little girl with the big voice that used to compete at the 4-H talent shows and performing out at different restaurants and bars in the area. And so now to be the artist that I am in Nashville and really pursuing this career while also, you know, recognizing my hometown, like Snoop said on TV, he was like, you know, you put Bluefield, Virginia on the map, and I'm just very proud to be doing that.
Yes, absolutely. It's such a deserved honor too. I think it's so great that you're getting such great support from your hometown. I mean, there's nothing like it. I wanted to also talk about you have some great show dates that can be found at your website, MakenziePhipps.com. So everyone, please check that out. See where Makenzie will be next. I did see that you'll be at Country for a Cause again, which I'm so excited. June 3rd at 3rd and Lindsay. I'll be there for that, so I can't wait to see you.
Yes, it's going to be a great night. It's always a blast getting to do that.
Yes, it's going to be a fun one. So if you'll be there for that, everybody, June 3rd at 3rd and Lindsay. If not, then MakenziePhipps.com. There's a whole bunch of dates that you can go to. But yes, and I want to thank you so much for joining me. And I hope everyone checks out the EP, Pick Your Poison. Check out Whiskey Kills the Time. And can you please give out your website for us one last time? And also your social networking sites as well.
Yes, it is MakenziePhipps.com. And my name is a little difficult to spell. So it's MakenziephiPPS. And I am available on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, the whole 9 yards. I would love for all of you to go follow me in my musical journey, and maybe our paths will meet out there.
Yes, please do. Thank you so much. And congratulations again with everything that you are doing. And we are having a blast following your journey. And we can't wait to see what's next for you.
Well, thank you so much for talking with me. It's always a blast getting to speak with you.
It was such a blast talking to you too. All right, everyone. Get ready for another interview. Buckle your seatbelts. Get yourself some popcorn. Maybe a nice cold beverage. Because we have another great interview coming right at you. Here we go. Please welcome back to the Josie Show, my friend Jet Jurgensmeyer. Hi.
Hey, glad to be back.
Oh, it's a pleasure always. I've been looking forward to this.
Me too. We don't get to do this often enough, but
No.
I'm glad we got to.
Yes, me too, because we have some things to talk about. You have a couple songs out there that are doing incredibly well that I want to talk about. So let's jump in. So let's start with Nothing on You, okay? Your single Nothing on You is doing very, very well. So can you share the inspiration behind this song?
Absolutely. So a little backstory of who I wrote it with. I wrote it with Grant and Hannah, and it was our first time ever writing together. So we didn't know each other. We didn't have any history. Luckily, they were friends, so it kind of made it a little easier.
Oh, gotcha.
But
Yeah.
kind of went into this right blind, if you will. And so I had this melody with a couple of lines that ended up kind of being some of the first verse in my phone. And Hannah had a title that she didn't know what to do with, just like I didn't know what to do with my idea. So I just threw it out there, and I was like, I kind of want to write this kind of Texas swing, two-step in tune, kind of see what happens, and that fit right in their wheelhouse. And an hour and a half, 2 hours later, we ended up having Nothing on You. And what I love about the song is every line of it is letting people into a glimpse of my life. Whether it be talking about seeing that West Texas sky. I remember my first time seeing a West Texas sky driving through Hereford, Texas, and being like that. I think Tennessee has the most beautiful skies, but that was a pretty good looking sky.
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
Everything from that line to talking about sitting in the back of an '07 Chevy bed and having to deal with the rain and the snow and the heat of a hot summer day. Because when you're the youngest and smallest on the family, you get thrown on the back of the truck when you're driving from different pastures.
Right.
So that's I've spent plenty of time doing those things. And so I love that this song kind of gives people a glimpse into the life of Jet behind the scenes when he's not on stage.
It does. It gives a great glimpse. It really does. And it's such a great song as well. Just so well written by all of you. And you have a music video out for Nothing on You as well. So can you tell us a little bit about filming this music video and where listeners can check it out?
Absolutely. So the video for one is out on my YouTube channel, and we're always posting clips of it on our my social media page. But it was kind of a spur of the moment thing. We didn't really plan to do the video. We were filming content one day, my publicist and I, and Randy, who films our content with us, and we went across the street from where we were filming, the studio we were at, and there was just kind of this open farm in Franklin, Tennessee that's just open for the public to walk around and see and hang out at.
Yeah.
And we were like, man, this would be really cool to kind of just film a couple of takes of me just kind of singing the full song, and just maybe that would be cool Instagram post at the very least.
Sure.
And then the more we looked at it, we were like, that would actually be a really cool music video. And so I think we did a total of like 3 takes, and that ended up being everything that you see in the video, which I just think is kind of cool and organic and unplanned, because that's half of what I do as an artist already. So I think that that's perfect.
Yeah, it is. It's so perfect. And I hope everyone checks it out. It's on YouTube, so people could check it out, but it's also at your website as well, right?
It is jetjurgensmeyer.com.
Perfect. Check it out, everyone. You got to check out the official music video for Nothing on You. But also, if an acoustic vibe is also, something you go like, you have an acoustic video as well that you filmed at the Hilson studio. What's that like?
That is also super fun. I've been filming acoustic videos at the Hilson Studios for years now. People can go back on my YouTube and see probably 4-year-old videos of me there. And I love that because I know I'm an artist, but I'm a songwriter first. And that gives me a chance to be the writer. You get to hear things and versions of the song that you don't hear in a video, or you don't hear on stage with the full band. It's just different when it's just you and just a guitar.
Sure,
and I love that about the storytelling aspect of songwriting and being an artist. So it kind of gives me a chance to break the song down a little bit more, and you can kind of feel the emotion, I think, and see the emotion while I perform it. And I think that that's what's really special about the song, and really every other song that we've done at that studio, because it just kind of gives me a chance to just be a writer and really pull emotions into that acoustic performance.
Yes. Oh, it's wonderful. And Nothing on You, of course, is available at all the places that you can find your music today. So make sure you check it out. Wherever you listen to music, it will be there. So please make sure you check that out. Nothing on You. Another great song that you have out is called Prove Me Wrong, which is so well written, and the message is so powerful. It's a song that really needs to be heard today. So can you tell us a little bit about Prove Me Wrong?
Absolutely. So a recurring theme, apparently, in my co-writes is getting cool songs the first time I write with people. Because I wrote this one with Erica Latza, who, if people have been around for a long time and heard me talk about my songs, I've written hundreds of songs with. And our new friend, now one of my best friends, Kylie Diffie. And it was our first time writing with Kylie. We brought her into the write, and usually for a first write, you want it to be something fun that everybody can just kind of have a good time getting to know each other and write. But this was right around the time that our country was going through a lot of hardships. We still are, but this was especially, back in September of 2025. It was right after Charlie Kirk had been killed, and that was flooding our social media pages. And it just sucked, honestly, to go online and see that stuff.
Right.
And so I had the idea for Prove Me Wrong. My parents actually told me about it. They were like, you should write a song called Prove Me Wrong and talk about, just the world and where we're sitting at. And I was like, that'd be really cool. And we all happened to agree on that idea while we were in the co-write. Erica loved it, and Kylie fit right in with us. I didn't think I was going to record the song. It was more so me just wanting to be a songwriter and use songwriting as almost a journal just to get my feelings out.
Right.
And so much so that we have 2 different work tapes, one of me singing the song and one of Kylie, because we didn't know if it was for a guy or girl. The more I sat with the song, the more I kind of performed the song to myself and some of my close friends, the more it was like, this is everything that I believe and how I feel right now. I need to record it and see what happens. So that's exactly what we did. And I absolutely love the message it tells. And one thing, we didn't want to make anybody feel called out when we wrote this song. We didn't want anyone to feel like we were singling anybody out, any political parties out. When we say the line, nobody's living like Jesus said we should, that's not me saying a specific person or a specific type of people aren't living like that. That's including myself. I'm a sinner just like everybody. I make mistakes every day.
Oh, yeah.
And so that was really the message and idea behind writing that song. And I I could not be more proud of the people that it's reached and the message that it ended up having.
Tell us a little bit about, I'm assuming that you've had the chance to perform this one live so far. What's been kind of like the reaction so far that you've gotten from?
So the first time my band and I performed it out was
Yeah.
at a conference in Nashville called the Young Americas Foundation. I've been going to their conferences since I was in high school, actually. So when
Nice.
they asked me to perform at their college Nashville conference, my hometown, I was like, that's awesome.
Mm.
And it was the day Prove Me Wrong came out. So it was literally our first time performing
Oh
it.
my
It
goodness,
was
how cool.
a shot in the dark. People have never heard it, maybe a couple Instagram clips here and there, but this is
Right.
as new as it gets, as nerve-wracking as it gets, because if people don't like it, that's a terrible time to be like, oh, nobody reacted to this song. It's out today, by the way.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
I hear you.
so
It's a gamble. Yeah, that's
exactly, it
right.
is.
Mm-hmm.
And we performed it, and the whole place just stopped and went silent as we performed it. And
Wow.
that's when you feel special as a songwriter and as a storyteller, when you
Yeah.
can make a bustling crowd moving around, having a good time, dancing right after playing like a Play Something Country, Little Brooks and Dunn, and you jump into
Mhm.
that song and everybody stops and everybody just listens. And that was when we kind of were like, okay, we have something special here. And every
Mhm.
time we performed it since, it's been basically the same, and that makes me feel so happy and proud as a songwriter, as an artist, as a storyteller.
Yes, you're a great storyteller. When you had a whole audience, you just captured everyone's attention right there in that moment.
Exactly.
You just
Especially a
know.
bunch of college kids, because we don't
Yep.
exactly have the best attention spans.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, listen, you got a good song. I love that. That's hilarious. But yeah, I mean, if you're able to capture a whole room like that, you just know you have a song worth, putting out there today. And it's such a great song, and I hope everyone checks it out. It's Prove Me Wrong, and it's available everywhere that you can find your music. While I was perusing on your IMDb, I am that kind of person. So I wanted to ask you about this because I seen this was out in January. So of course, we all know that you are multi-talented, singer, actor, songwriter, of course. So on the acting front, I seen the final exam where you played Logan. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What is this?
So that is a show that has been in kind of pre-production for a really long time, that we're
Yeah.
still kind of waiting to get off the ground. Nothing
Sure.
nothing's
Okay.
been made official yet.
Okay. Okay.
It's still in the early stages as far as I'm aware. I
Gotcha.
haven't signed any papers yet, but
Gotcha.
knowing that is on IMDb, I'm hoping that'll be something that
I'm
I'll
hoping.
be able to talk about more if
Right.
it
I hear
comes
you.
to fruition.
Absolutely. I'm hoping for you. I'm
Thank
just
you.
like, I saw it just today and I'm like, okay, I'll ask, but I don't think that there will be any information yet. But
Yeah,
I'm
there's nothing new. That's been
right.
going on for a while, and
Gotcha.
nothing's been made official on all the fronts. So we'll see.
Gotcha. We'll see. Well, I'm hoping for you. And,
Thank
with
you.
everything, I love how, serious you are. Because, of course, with acting, you've always been an actor, but I love how serious you are when it comes to music. I just feel like music has always been your path, your heart, your soul. And
Thank you.
you're very welcome. And I'm so happy to see that is what is that such great things are coming out of it for you. Good things happening to good people. I love when that happens. And I love seeing all of the things that you are doing. It just makes me so, so thrilled for you. And I just can't wait to see what is next on your journey. And I love how I love how supportive your family is as well. And I love everything about you. I just love everything.
Thank you so much. It means a lot to hear that from you. You gave me a shot being able to play at the award show and been
Yeah.
interviewing me since I was really getting started as an artist. So it means a lot. Thank you so much.
Of course, of course. You're an incredible artist and songwriter, first and foremost. I love your songwriting. And I wanted to also ask you before we go, so of course, school has been keeping you busy. How has that been going for you?
It's going well. We're almost done with junior year. I
Yes.
registered for my classes for my first semester of senior year, which makes me feel like time is flying and I feel old and all the things.
Never.
It's kind of wild. But I love school. I really do
Yeah.
love learning. I've had some amazing experiences. I've met some amazing people that I'm gonna know for the rest of my life, and I absolutely love that. It's been a really cool time.
Yes, absolutely. And I wanted to bring that up because I just think it's so cool when young people are able to multitask in a way that you do. You know, school is so important to you, and also music and everything else, all of your adventures, and you're doing it really kind of simultaneously, I would say, which is
Definitely.
just incredible. And you know what I mean? That you're able to do all of these things, but also you take school so seriously as well. And I just think more people need to. So I think that's just so wonderful. Good for you.
Thank you so much. I love learning. I love challenging myself and trying to be a well-rounded human, not just a one-trick pony. I want to know a little bit about enough to have a conversation with everyone.
Yes, I love that. And I love that about you, that you're always willing to learn new things and meet new people on your journey. And I hope everyone checks you out, jetjurgensmeyer.com. Check him out on Facebook, Instagram, X, all of the things. And I want to thank you again so much, Jet, for joining me. And please come back on, okay? Anytime.
Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.